Wicks. more than that. Duck day, we can have it at my house. Who got one? Don't matter.
Welcome once again to another fine edition of Live at the Fair. We're live, you're watching it on tape. My name is Ronnie Wiley, along with the mayor of this great city of Connersville, Leonard Urban. Leonard, it's hot.
It's hot, but we're glad to be here, right?
Oh, absolutely. Glad
Yeah.
to, you know, I tell you what, if the fair was put in December, it would still be 95 degrees.
It sure would, and it would rain. Sometime during the fair, it would rain.
That's right, and it rained last night, which was very nice. Of course, we've got this nice swimming pool, one of the nicest swimming pools
Right.
in the area,
Absolutely.
right over here to dive into if we get too hot.
Yeah.
You know, the fair is something that's a staple here in Fayette County. Leonard, a lot of people come from out of town that was born and raised here. They rearranged their schedule
Just to be here.
just to be here.
Right.
What is so special about this fair?
Well, it's 109 years old. That's one great thing. This fair is a free fair, and the connection between the 14 acres and the park, we've got something here for everybody. The fair board just does such a great job putting it together. You know, you got all your animals, your tractors, and everything over there, and over here you got all your food stands and all your rides and the pavilion with all the dinners. It's just a great time of year to come back here and enjoy it. And I see people. Last night I saw one of the Heinemann twins.
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah.
Just great.
Yeah, you know, and
Yeah.
speaking of that, you know, again, a lot of people come back and they rearrange their schedule around the fair. This is the time of the year where we start thinking about winter time, the cold weather coming up. You know, we had, you know, we got some politicians coming in. We had the debt crisis going on. How does that affect local? Does that affect? Does that come down? Does that filter down to the local area?
Yeah, we began to feel the debt crisis in about '09 when the caps came on the property tax. But good management. We have a great clerk treasurer, Julie Bound, Holmes, Greason.
Yes.
I got to get it right.
Yeah.
And she always says, "Don't brag on me," but I have to. She does such a great job. We work together as a team. We're putting our budget together, and believe it or not, we've cut our budget about $2.5 million since '08, and we're still on top of things.
And that's got to be tough
It's
to
tough.
find out where you're going to cut at.
It's tough. And I want to say, all of the employees of the city, the utilities, have bought into this to cut back, not take a raise, pay on their health insurance, pay on their own perf and retirement. Everybody's bought into it to keep the city going.
Yeah, and then going it is, and you know, hopefully we got a lot of upswing going. We'll talk to the politicians here later to get their take on the direction that the city is going in. Again, I feel a lot of positiveness that's coming from everyone around the city, with the Chinese that came in last week on my birthday, as a matter
On
of
your
fact,
birthday,
my
right.
40th
Yeah,
birthday,
yeah.
which I don't. Sam, come on, Sam's rubbing his eyes. I don't look day over 40. I know that, but nonetheless, we got a lot of things coming up. And, you know, again, this is the time of the year where you can see that community pride.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is the showcase of the summer.
Absolutely.
And, the more people that get positive and get on board, the better off the city's going to be.
Absolutely.
So I think that you do a wonderful job interviewing people. How many years have you interviewed now?
Well, we started in 07, 08. We took a break in 09 when Carbon came in, and last year and this year, so it's 4 out of 5 years.
You've asked me questions for
I've
that
asked
long?
you questions for
Well,
that
ask
long.
me a question I can't answer.
Okay, let me ask you questions that you can't answer.
Go ahead.
Do you like pigs?
Oh, I love pigs. You know
You love
why?
pig- why?
I love pork chops.
You love pork chops?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I hear Pearlie knows how to cook good.
Oh, she's
good.
an excellent
Well,
cook. Yeah.
You're a good chef too.
Well, I
I've
can
eaten some of
cook
your
a
food
little.
before.
Yeah,
Your chili is
yeah.
award-winning, I heard. Also, too, do you like cows?
Oh, I love cows, mostly in the wintertime. You know why?
No.
Well, when it's real cold, they keep your hands warm. Oh, come on. You're not that young that you didn't get that.
No.
Somebody help him.
You
Did you ever milk a cow?
No, I the only time they're over there trying to help me. So you get that keeps. I guess it would keep your hands warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps your hands warm.
Yeah. When was the last time you milked a cow?
Oh, man, I was about 15.
Every time I go to Kroger's, I
milk a
get
cow.
I get the process from that.
Well, listen, I can't sit here and yak because you've got lots of people to talk
That's
to.
right. I got some cows to interview,
Oh,
probably.
you got cows to interview? I heard that.
Not talking about you politicians over there, so don't get.
I
don't get
heard I
scared.
might have to kiss a pig. But listen, I'm drawing the line. No French kissing.
Oh.
Okay? All right. All right.
Who said he didn't have a sense of humor? Leonard Urban, the mayor of this great city of
Thank you.
Connersville, Indiana. Leonard,
Thank
God
you.
bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Leonard Urban. And I'm not quite sure who we have coming in, but
4-H.
we'll be right back. Here with Mike Bishop, running District 5 City Council. Mike, you look cool with the shades. I think I'll put my shades on.
Right
I
ahead.
can't have somebody out cool me. You understand that? So Mike, running for our city council. Give me a little bit of your background.
Well, my background is I've lived in Connersville since I came back from the service in 1969. I've seen Connersville when it was on its extreme highs back during the 80s, and I've seen it now that we're in kind of a lull. And I just feel that Connersville is a good place to live. I feel we have a lot of opportunity and a lot of potential in this town. And as you can see at the fair here, the purpose of this fair is it's just kind of a family get together, and everybody knows everybody, and it's a good time to get together.
Right, it's a family reunion.
People come from all over.
That's
they
absolutely
do.
right.
Yes, they do.
What got you involved? What was your first taste of politics?
Well, the mayor appointed me first he asked me if I would become a member of the Board of Works, and I accepted that position. And I've been on the Board of Works for 3 years, and he's given me some assignments. One specifically was when we done away with the Utilities Board, and we knew Utilities was in a slight bit of trouble, and he asked me to get involved in it. And it took about a year for us to get involved and get it turned around, and we've made some accomplishments, and now we're turning it, and we're making some money and revenue, and it's looking good. And another thing, I got involved with the police department a little bit. Up in the north end where I live, we've got the neighborhood crime watch installed in part of the district up there, and we're working to get the rest of that done. And I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of opportunity out there, but we just got to get aggressive and go after it.
Is it because of the opportunity? Is that why you said, I think I'm going to take the next step and run for an elected position?
I sitting on the Board of Works, I see things, there's all kinds of possibilities.
Right.
But you know, I've said this before, in order to create jobs, you have to be creative.
Absolutely.
You have to get out there and dig and talk to people and knock on doors and find out where the opportunities are at, and that's what you've got to do, and I believe that. And I believe Connersville is going to revive again, and we'll never see it like it was. I never say never, I shouldn't say that, but it's going to be tough for it to get back like it was because we lost Vistion, but I think it has a lot of potential. I really do. We've got a lot of good people in Connersville.
Absolutely. Get out and vote in November. I don't know when it is, but with this heat, it's a long way away.
Exactly right.
Mike Bishop, District 5 City Council.
Thank you so
Man on
much.
the Republican ticket.
Appreciate it.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you
very much.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
People were just walking by, and we decided to get these three girls because they looked like they were looking at the camera like doing this. You're here at the fair. Have you been here like well, first off, tell us your names. Introduce yourselves to the world.
I'm Rachel Johnson.
I'm Michaela Jennings.
And I'm Ellie Branson.
Harold, you'll get your time in a minute. Leave these girls alone. So you guys have been here at the fair almost every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what brings you to the fair?
The food.
Is that what it brings for you guys?
Yeah.
The food. What is your favorite food? The friends too?
Yeah.
Okay, family, right? Family.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite food here at the fair?
Probably funnel cakes.
Yeah.
I see all the bad stuff. Right,
Yeah.
you guys better go to the gym after this.
Yeah.
This is all the funnel cake you can eat right here, I'm telling you. So you guys, how old are you, Rachel?
I'm 15.
15.
I remember when you were just a little kid at church.
Yeah.
16. And so you guys have been coming here basically your whole life, correct?
Yeah.
Give me a brief synopsis of your favorite thing here at the fair, a favorite memory of the fair.
Probably the rides when I was younger, like going with my family and stuff.
Okay, you go to Kings Island now, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of different coming here, right?
Yeah.
Right, what about you?
Probably just being with family and
just-
hanging with friends.
Really? So you actually, but now that you're teenagers, you don't hang out with your families, right?
No.
You just,
Well, sometimes. I want
Well,
to
only when you want money, like this.
Yeah,
That's what my
for
kids
food.
do. They only
Yeah.
come up here. Here, Dad. They don't want
Yeah.
nothing to do with me, right? So, Ellie, what about you? What's your favorite memory?
Probably when I was little and did 4-H projects.
And you're not in 4-H now? What happened? What's going on? Why aren't you in? I mean, your dad's you guys are big. Come from a farming family.
Yeah, I just was really busy, so I had to quit 4-H.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you got to get back into the swing of things and get it going again. Were you girls ever in 4-H?
No.
Really? So what activities do you do now? I mean, you got school coming up. What grade are you going to be in, Rachel?
I'm going to be a 10th grader.
You're going to be a 10th. Well, see, most people say sophomore, so 10th grade. That's good. What
Yeah.
about you?
10.
So you guys are going to be sophomores. My daughter's going to be a sophomore as well. What's your favorite school activity? We got school coming up in a couple weeks. Are you bummed out about it or what?
I mean, it's exciting to see friends, but not the schoolwork.
Really?
I'm excited for sports.
So do you think Leonard should probably mention that they should have a decree that says that kids can only go to school to visit their friends and no school works? Is that how it should work?
I don't think so.
Well, your dad's a doctor. We know your dad's
I
a
know.
farmer. You're going to be a doctor?
Yeah, I'm
You're
gonna
going to be a
try to be.
farmer? Probably not since you're at 4-H. What are you going to be when you grow up?
I want to be a pediatric nurse.
Oh, that's good. See, that's good. So you guys, yeah, so you definitely got to go to school and learn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rachel,
Michaela.
and Ellie. God bless you guys. Have fun at the fair, and thanks for stopping by and sharing your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome, girls. Here with Arlene Boofner. You didn't think I could get it right, did you?
A lot of people can't.
City Council at large, I'm assuming by the blue. Democrat? Okay, just making sure. Because
Sure
last year
am.
all the Democrats were wearing red, and it confused me. It threw me off. So you got to tell me which
Oh,
one you
now,
are. All right. Arlene, so you City Council at large, which is pretty much you encompass the entire
city, right.
Give me a brief background of your history in politics.
I've been involved in politics since I first started working for the county in 1980.
Wow. Okay. What
And
did you
I
do
was-
in 1980?
I've worked in the clerk's office, in the auditor's office, in the recorder's office. I was also on county council until last year, and then I ran for re-election, but I got beat, so I thought,
So-
well, I'll just go for city.
So you have a rich background in county politics,
Right.
working at the at
Courthouse.
the courthouse for
I've worked
Oakwood.
with the budgets
Yeah.
and
So you have experience in the budgets. We talked to Leonard earlier about the debt crisis having maybe a local effect. You probably saw it when you were on county council.
oh yes.
Yeah, give me a brief background of your experience with the budget and your goals of how to tighten the budget.
Well, you just got to cut where you can cut, and hopefully, you don't have to cut employees. There might be other ways to cut or find funds to, stretch the dollar, get the best bang for the buck.
Yeah, so now that the fair is officially here, this really kicks off. After this week, it's hitting the pavement.
Right.
What is your? Do you have a campaign slogan that you have or anything?
Oh, no, not really.
Just vote for me, right?
Right.
That's basically what everybody.
Vote
so,
for the experience.
Well, that's it. You got basically 30 years of experience
Right.
working for the county and being a servant of the county and city. What decided you? I mean, you said you lost last time.
Uh-huh.
What you got right back up? What
Yeah.
made you get right back up?
Just have a desire to serve the people. I want to see I want to see the community go forward. You don't kick them when you're down, you get up and go.
That's right. That's a good attitude to have. You get down, you get beat, you're ready to go again.
That's right.
Ready to serve the people. And one of the things about local politics that's a little bit different than maybe the national and federal or the state and federal government is that you're really affected profoundly,
Right.
more so by what happens.
Right.
Right. And so you've
It
experienced.
doesn't just affect the taxpayers, it affects all of us.
Right. Arlene Boofner. See, I did almost mess it up.
Oh, well,
Boofner.
that's-
You say it correctly for
It's
me.
Boofner.
Boofner. All right, Arlene Boofner. City Council at large. Get out and vote in November. Not sure the exact date, but we know it's the second Tuesday.
It's the first
Tuesday.
Monday after the first.
First
it's
Tuesday
first
after the first Monday. Right. First Tuesday. It's in November.
Right.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Here with Gerald Holmes. Gerald, you're running for City Council District 1.
That's correct.
And give me a brief background, with your experience with politics.
Well, you just mentioned that you was a pastor,
Yes.
and I've served as senior pastor for over 30 years in various congregations within the Church of God.
Okay.
I'm an ordained bishop. For the past 15, 16 years, I've worked at Reedman Motors as their sales manager in the sales department and the finance department, now as their sales manager. I currently serve the Connersville Police Department as one of their chaplains, and I sit on the redevelopment board for the city of Connersville. I'm also the president of the Better Days Counseling Services here in the state of Indiana.
Oh, great.
So I really think it's my heart for people that has led me in this direction. Our city is making great strides right
Sure.
now. We have a lot of businesses that are looking our way, and it's all about jobs.
Right.
I don't care how you cut it. It's about
Right.
jobs. It's about
Absolutely.
jobs. It's about jobs.
Absolutely.
And that brings us to several things. First of all, we need to we need to be business friendly, and I think we're making great strides in that area. I see people taking a real pride in the community, and that's something we can all work together on and always do better at. And this current administration is doing everything that it can to bring jobs to the city. And I just want to jump on board and help, not just only focus on today, but prepare for tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what we have to do.
Absolutely.
That's the task of the next administration, is focusing on today, being fiscally responsible, and preparing for tomorrow. That's what it's all about.
You know, I talked to Leonard earlier. You mentioned it as well. Excitement. A lot of people, when they, and I know when I ran in 07, I got beat in the primary, but I was excited. There was a sense of excitement about the city. And I think every time an election comes up, there's always some sort of sense of excitement, change. Was that what really got you? I mean, you have had experience working on boards, but to actually throw your name into an elected position, was it the excitement that's surrounding this city? We have that aura. There's that sense of something can happen at any moment. The bubble's about to burst with excitement. Is that what got you?
Well, there's two things about that. I read George Bush's new book about 6 months ago, and he mentioned that he felt before an individual accepted or got into public service, he felt like it had to be a call. And I sensed that. I sensed a call. Maybe we should call it a burden for our city. And so I think it began with a burden that I should get involved and lend my expertise. And yes, there is an excitement in the air because businesses are looking our way. And I feel like we're on the verge of a breakthrough. And I feel excited about the next 12 months, 24 months. Exciting times are ahead.
A lot of things coming up after the fair. Time to hit the ground running.
Absolutely, I'm ready.
All right. Gerald Holmes,
thanks, partner.
District 1, correct?
District 1, Gerald Holmes, District 1. I need your support, and thank you for all your help.
Gerald Holmes, God bless you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, partner.
Thank you. Here with, you got to say your name.
Bridia House.
Bridia House. I knew the house. Bridia.
Yeah.
That's a nice name.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Bridia, you are with some sorority, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What
with
sorority?
Eta Pi Kappa sorority.
Eta Pi?
Eta Pi Kappa.
Eta Pi. That sounds like food.
Yeah, it does. It sounds tasty, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It is.
We're here and we're selling a lot of chances to win a whole bunch of really awesome prizes, and all the money goes straight to local charities.
Okay, now what had got you? So you're a college student, correct?
No, actually, the sorority is based here in Connersville.
Oh, it is. Okay.
We've been around for a very long time, and we do a whole bunch of things in the community, and we have very many scholarships that go to the high schools. And
well, you know, that's amazing you said that, because I had not have heard this.
Yeah.
So, well, this is your opportunity to explain where you're located at and what people can do to get involved with your organization.
We meet at the Elks on the first and last Monday of every month, and really it's come to our booth and we'll tell you all about it. There's a lot to know. And
is there a number that people can call or a website that people can get involved with?
No, we do have an Eta Pi Kappa Facebook page if you want to go to that. But we'll be here all week and selling these tickets, and come get involved.
Bridia House with Eta Pi Kappa sorority here in Connersville. That's unbelievable. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Have a great rest of the fair.
You
Thank
too.
you. Thank you very much. Here with Susan Hatfield. Susan, this is going to be a first for me.
Okay.
I have interviewed all kinds of rodents and cattle, but I've never interviewed someone who with a camel. That looks like Camel Joe.
He does, doesn't he? His name's Charlie.
Charlie, hi Charlie.
He's an 8-month-old baby dromedary camel.
So this is a baby?
He's a baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
and he's making that's a cool noise. I like it.
That's a happy noise.
That's a happy noise?
Yeah.
Can I pet him?
Yeah.
Charlie,
cool.
how are you? Yeah.
He loves little kids.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's cool. He's making that. Oh, he's going to give me kisses. Oh, he's making that noise again. That's awesome.
Yeah, he likes
Gary, are you jealous? This cow? Yeah, it's awesome. I tell you. I said cow, the camel.
Yeah, he's a camel.
So he's 8 months old. How big does he get?
Oh, he'll be about 9-10 feet tall and
really?
2,500 pounds full grown.
Wow. So you think you it'd be hard to get a hold of, control him when he gets full
Well,
grown.
no, he's just a baby right now, so he's still learning a lot of things.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Are they
Yeah.
easily to train? I mean,
They're very intelligent.
oh, good. Okay. Okay. Now you have obviously you have other camels?
Yeah.
Or
Well, we have other exotic animals. We have a petting zoo and pony ride here at the fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
great.
we're from South Texas, and we brought them all up here. So it's supposed to be cooler in Indiana.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be cooler in Indiana than Texas,
Yeah.
right? It's almost hot down there. So I mean, they don't need that much water. Is that true?
They actually drink quite a bit of water.
Oh, they do?
Yep,
okay.
they do.
But can they go long times without?
They can.
Oh, give me another kiss. Oh, isn't that awesome? That is really cool. Charlie's really nice animal.
He's
John,
a great baby.
You're going to show this all the time, aren't you? I'm in love.
You can come down and feed him too.
I may do that. We'll come down there and feed him. All right.
Babies.
Well, thank you very much, Suzanne.
Thank you.
And what's your name, sir?
Terry.
That's Terry. He's my husband.
That's Terry. And thanks for bringing Charlie.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very
Enjoyed
much.
it.
God bless you. Charlie,
Thank
thank
you.
you, buddy. Well, I'll come and feed you in a little bit.
All right.
It's awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Here with Harold Gordon, Democrat, on the Democrat ticket for mayor. Harold, I did not schedule this, I promise, but the camel came before you, and you're not going to give me kisses.
No, that camel will give you plenty of kisses.
Yeah,
I'm going to stay away from you, buddy.
That's right. So, Harold, you're a staple on city council. I mean, you
had
should
5
have,
terms there.
That's
5
right.
terms.
You should have your seat bronzed. You've been there, and you come from a political background, family. Your father, God rest his soul, was in the Indiana State House.
6 terms. He was
6
up there
terms.
6 terms. He
6
met a
terms.
lot of good people.
After 5 terms, finally now you're running for mayor. Give us a reason.
I just think the time is right for me right now, and I think, nobody runs. I mean, like Mayor Urban, everybody don't run with doing a job that just we have different ways of progressing to do things.
Right.
And I just have a different way I want to do some things, and that's why I'm running.
The politicians we've had on before has talked about, there's excitement in the air. You've been 5 terms. That's almost 20 years?
20 years.
20 years combined. So you've been through the ups and you've been through the downs. You've been through it all. Are you sensing the excitement back, or do you feel
Yes,
like we're back in the
I
upswing?
really am. I think with things going on, I really believe things are coming back. We've got some good reports on. Some days on carbon motors I'm up, some days I'm down. Now I'm up. So, I just can't wait for things like that to get going, to get the community goes, I don't care who gets jobs here.
Right.
I just want the jobs.
That's exactly right. I mean, we do need jobs. I mean, that is probably the number one thing on people's minds, not just in this city, but across the country. And so we're really competing nationally, not just within the state of Indiana, but nationally for jobs. What do you think separates Connersville from just anybody here, basically in the state of Indiana?
Well, really, I don't really understand why, because we're always number 1 in unemployment. We're always, we're number 1 in a lot of things, and I don't know why the state and the federal government and why they're not throwing monies this way.
I would think that would be the first thing they would.
Oh yeah, and with this carbon motors thing, you would think that the Department of Energy would be releasing that money a long time ago. I don't understand why. And of course, you got to be a congressman and all that. You got to know more than we do.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the I guess general thinking of it. Maybe not necessarily always true.
It's like the common sense. Like Voltaire always said, common sense is not so common.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Again, you've been in politics for 20 years. What changes have you seen over the 20 years?
Well,
you took a time off, didn't you?
Yeah, 1 year I got a little bit lazy and didn't campaign good enough, and I got clipped by 7 votes.
Oh wow! And then you came back,
and I come back and won the 3rd term, and I've won two at-large terms.
Oh wow! Okay.
But I've seen some great things like our pool here. We really improved it.
The pavilion.
We're doing great things in the park, and I just see a lot of things. Because my main thing is I think you got to do things for kids, because it's like a church.
Right.
City's like a church. When you see the population go up in schools, great things are going on. Same way in church. Church that's got great programs, you see their attendance go up, and
that's right.
And that's what I think we got to get. So we got to get more child-oriented, kid-oriented to get that done.
Well, we got to keep the kids here when they leave for college. Get them back.
Because we're losing too much brain power.
That's right.
We're losing too much, and we need to get them kids back. The only way to get them back is with good paying jobs.
That's absolutely right. Harold Gordon, again, I still haven't found the date in November, but November is the date for you, November 8th.
Yeah.
You know, get out and vote. This is the time to really get things going.
That's right.
Right after the fair.
And I appreciate everybody's call. We'll be hitting the ground running here before long.
God bless
Thanks,
you,
Ron.
Always a pleasure seeing you.
Nice seeing
Always
you too.
Always pleasure seeing you. Thank
Bye.
you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Here with Mike Winta, City Council at large. Well, I guess at large is at large. I was getting ready to say on the Republican. I was going to call you a district, but he's on the Republican ticket. Mike, we talked briefly before you came out. You're from Wisconsin originally, and so
Yes,
you've
I
been
am.
here for 11 years.
Yes, I have.
So you hear a lot of the lifelong politicians, Leonard and Harold, who was just here. He's been on for 20 years. You hear them talk about the good times that Connersville experienced in the 80s and some in the 90s, and now it's 2000s hit. We started sliding. What got you into politics? Well, first, give me a background of your political experience.
Well, political experience, I'm kind of been a sideline player most of my life. Well, I actively watching and from the sideline and afar and wanting to get involved. And I took this opportunity now to get involved, looking in the kids and looking in the eyes of my kids. I got a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old at home, and we've got 4 others between my wife and I, Kelly. So we got a total of 6 kids.
Wow.
And I look at them as, what kind of future and legacy can I leave them? Right. So what can I do to help improve this city?
I agree with Harold when he said earlier about the kids, and you have your kids. And again, there's really, we got to get jobs in here to get the kids to come back, because otherwise then it's really useless.
All right. My 2 oldest kids and basically all of our kids have said they want to leave town. They want to get out here. They want to go someplace else. And being a parent who loves his kids is selfish by heart. I want them to stay here, but I know that's not realistic. Right. But at least give them an opportunity to make that decision, to make it a tough choice to either stay or to leave. Right. And I believe that we can do that. I'm an optimistic guy. I believe in the glass is half full rather than half empty. Right. And I see a lot of positives in this community.
What are some of the positives that you do see?
Well, having run the Relay for Life this past year.
That's right. That's where I heard your name. I kept thinking I know this guy's name from somewhere.
I see a lot of caring people, a lot of giving people. They give until it hurts. Right. In a community that we really can't afford it, and they can't afford it, and I know that. And the sponsors are fantastic. So I know that there's a lot of heart in this city, and there's a lot of desire to turn this city around and make it to what it once was. And I want to be a part of that, and I've got a lot of plans to do that.
Right. And do you care to share some of the plans now?
Sure.
Or are you going?
I'm going to be talking with the Babe Ruth League this Sunday, and I've been talking to the mayor about one of the plans, and I've drawn up plans for a new ballpark, 8 ball fields. That's one way to help get jobs back. Now, that's not 1,000 jobs, but that's going to bring back some jobs for kids and tournament opportunities for us on the weekends, hotels. Because if we start hosting a lot of tournaments, I've heard mentioned before that we need to be a place of a destination, not a departure point.
Well, that is taking a page from Indianapolis.
Right.
Indianapolis, we're in the middle of Indiana, in the middle of the Midwest, and what they did is they build up their sports. And so you're right, they became a destination. I agree with that. We have a lot to offer people in this little triangle of Dayton, Indianapolis, Cincinnati. That's a great idea. Any other plans?
Renovating some of these homes. I'm trying to work with the school district. I work with architectural software. I work in a firm in Indianapolis. I train larger architectural firms. There's opportunities for us to train the kids here in software that I specialize in, and give them opportunities for internships while they're going to school. During the summer they can intern, and then when they get done with the school, they get hired in right away. And there's programs that are guaranteed scholarships.
That's awesome.
And we can renovate these homes, take the homes through the high school, renovate them in the software, and get the trades involved. So they're doing real life projects. Now they've got real world experience rather than coming out of school with no experience whatsoever. And then take these homes and give it to a family that's in need. Get it back on the tax rolls. Now you're only talking 1 or 2 homes maybe a year, but it's a start, and it's helping some family that's struggling right now.
Well, you're right. Everything begins with a start, and this is your start into politics. You said that you were on the sidelines for a while. Was there one defining moment where you thought, okay, this is it, I'm doing it? You obviously had to sit down and talk to your wife.
I did, and she thought I was nuts.
Is that the only time?
No, she thinks I'm nuts quite often.
I'm sure.
But I've talked to Sam Harvey about this for a couple years now, and I've told him that these are my intentions.
He's nuts.
Yeah.
So there you go.
These are my intentions, and I want to get involved in politics because I think I can help make change. I'm a proactive thinker. I'm not a reactive thinker. So I like to get out and get involved, roll up my sleeves and get involved. I'm not going to be sitting on the council you know, just sitting there not doing anything. I'm going to be getting involved and getting engaged. And I'm doing things already as though I'm working on city council. I'm not waiting until I get voted in. I'm doing things now.
That's awesome. What are you doing now?
Well, like I said, the ballpark is one thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get alternative funding for that.
Oh, good.
That the city doesn't have to come up with. And I'm going to Major League Baseball. I'm going to Major League Baseball Players Association. You know, it doesn't hurt to ask. All they can say is no.
All they can say is no. That's right.
So we're trying.
All right. Mike went to City Council at large on the Republican ticket. Mike, God bless you. Good meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Here with the workers of the Park Place Church of God, Dwayne Jackson. I know you from high school, and Joyce, that's because he said your name. So Joyce Frank and
Tammy Jackson.
Tammy Jackson. Okay, so this is the 25th anniversary of the Park Place Church of God tent here at the fair. We're actually like a little shelter now, but I remember when it was way over there.
Oh, yes.
And you've probably been working here for most of those 25 years, correct?
Most of it, but not all of it.
Not all of it. Okay, Joyce, how long have you been working for?
25 years.
You've been here 25 years. Now, tell me how it started. Did people at church get together? I mean, obviously you probably got together, but take me back 25 years ago.
Okay, 25 years ago, actually, I'm John Frank's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
It was a dream of his. He used to be in rural youth, and he talked about how the project brought everyone close together. And he talked about it for several years, dreamed about it, and finally he put his dream into action, and people got together, and we worked as a team, and it grew, and it is what it is today.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, again, I remember when they had the tent over there, and so you just had that little tent. Did you ever imagine? Did John ever imagine that it would get to be what it is today?
No, well, not this big. No, I mean, we knew it would grow,
right?
And the church would grow, and this would grow. But it's a project that brought us as a church closer together, and I think closer to the community.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But we didn't realize it would grow this big, did we?
Dwayne, when did you start?
Probably started about 14 years ago or so. Just her and I were married, Tammy and I were married, and after our kids started getting a little bit older, then started getting involved more. The men of the church, John and Kenny Whiteside and many others, they started getting me involved, kind of bringing me in and showing me a lot of things, and I'm glad to be part of it today.
Well, I tell you, I've eaten some of the pie this year.
It's good. I know,
stuff.
yeah, it
Good
is.
stuff, homemade stuff. Miss Jackson.
Yes.
I forget your first name.
Tammy.
Tammy. So were you got in the same time as your husband?
I was from the original first year when we started 25 years ago.
Wow.
I was a freshman at that time.
Oh wow.
And we did it to start earning money to go to conventions.
Oh wow.
And so we went to Canada for our first convention.
So was there just okay, we're going to do this just a couple of years? I mean, again, we talked to you, didn't think it would get this big for 25 years. So does every year money goes toward different other missions, and how do you decide on that?
Every other year we have an international convention where we go across the state, and that's what most of the monies go towards.
Okay, great. So now you have, obviously, I mean, you can't have a church unless you have really good food. And how do you guys decide on, is it just up in the air, anybody can make the pies, or? Because I'm sure you wouldn't want Dwayne's pie, right?
No.
No, you wouldn't want me making pies.
We know who makes the pie.
Oh, good.
We have about 20 pies a day coming in.
Oh, wow. Well, see, I couldn't work there. I'd be eating all the pies.
All donated, all homemade, everything's brought in for
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of things, you get a lot of your foods from the church members, correct? Or do you have, since it's so big, do you have anybody from outside the church getting involved?
No, pretty much within our church. Yeah.
Okay, great. 25 years. And now, what was the change? Did you just needed more space, or?
I believe it was a state code that we were not allowed to cook.
Oh, in a
under
tent.
a tent.
Okay.
So the fair board was, they offered this building to us, and it's worked out quite well.
I forget how long it's been here now. It's been easy 10 years, isn't it?
Here, it's only been here probably 6.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
It's only been 6 years?
It's only been 6 years, but this empty for people to just come in and eat that kind of thing, and it was never used other than that.
Right.
And Tim McQuinley and the fair board, they
get over here.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. Usually the day before the fair or so, when they come in and have those fire hoses and bleach them out, so you know that's a very clean environment. What's some of your favorite foods?
Oh, they like our hamburgers.
Yeah.
Our
the salads.
our fudge sauce.
You can't come to the fair and eat salad. But
No,
people
they
do.
all serve salad.
Oh, that's true. That's good. That's true.
Spaghetti night's big.
Oh
Yes,
yeah. Well,
yes.
I'm trying to
Today
be
was
there
ham
for
and
that.
bean today. We sold out.
Oh yeah. I should have been there. I had to.
12 pounds of beans.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Well, good. 25 years of Park Place Church of God. God bless you. Hopefully another 25.
Yep.
Yes.
Great. God bless you, ladies. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.
Tammy, thank you guys very much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Here with Gary Weber on City Council. Are
Yep.
you at large this year, or are you
No,
running
I'm
for
a
at large?
District 2
You're
this
District
year,
2, but
yeah.
you're running for at large.
No.
Okay.
I changed.
You changed back. You're running for District 2 again?
Yeah, back
okay.
to my district.
Okay.
right.
Okay. Well,
That's okay.
Why the change? Why the change back?
Well, actually, somebody just came up. One of the other councilmen who wanted to run at large said he would like to run at large. Would I like to have my district back? I said sure.
Sure.
So that was as simple as that.
Is that a lot less campaigning? I mean, obviously, it would seem to be, since you're refined to a district as opposed to
I
the whole
suppose
city.
it is. I don't do a lot of campaigning. You know, I mean, I had to be honest. But yeah, it's just not as much.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, we see your commercials on
Yeah,
TV, and
yeah.
I mean, Gary Weber's a name that's known here in town.
Well, thank you.
And all that stuff. Gary, you've been on City Council now. Is this your third term, if I'm
No,
correct?
it's my second.
Your second term.
Yeah.
So you're going for your third.
Right.
What got you involved? I mean, be honest. I mean,
back then?
back then.
Oh.
What keeps you going? I mean,
Well,
you can just enjoy your practice.
Well, that's true. And my wife really didn't want me to run this time, and I begged her.
You begged her?
I did beg her because
Wow.
she said no because it was enough, she thought. And I just told her I thought the next 4 years were going to be just boom. I think this place.
Excitement.
Oh, I think this place, we're going to have more jobs here than people to fill them for our community. I really believe that in the next couple of years.
That would be a good problem to have.
I really think it is. And I think we're going to have people from other counties coming here to work. And so I just ask her for one. You got to do what the wife says. So
sure.
I asked her for one more shot at this, and so she
was-
said, okay.
So she relented.
She said, get off your knees, okay. So
But don't ask me again,
yeah,
right?
That's
Is that
right.
what it was?
That's
Yeah.
right.
So 4 years from now, I'm not going to see you in this spot, right?
This is it.
That's
Yeah.
it. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And what makes it the finale? Is it
Well-
time to pass the torch, you feel?
Well, no, I just think that, the last 8 years really have been, I think, I've seen a big difference. We got the movie theater, we got the pool, and I worked with Max, and he was very good. And then we worked with Leonard, and who I think has surprised me. I've told him that, and I think that he is the reason why we'll get these jobs. People gravitate towards him. They love him. He works with people well, and I'm just telling you, in the next 4 years are going to be exciting. So I think the jobs, believe it or not, everybody talks about it. I think they're going to take care of themselves. I kind of am on a platform where I want to do some other things, like my golf cart issue. I'm
you're
still on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because 2 more cities just last week passed it.
That's right. That's right.
And
well, speaking of that, I mean, you took a lot of flack from that. You took a lot of flack from that. Oh, Weber's blown a gasket. Hey, golf carts, but with gas prices $4
Well, it wasn't
a
so
gallon.
much that. It was just the community spirit about it. And you go to the communities that have them. All the people that were complaining about them at this council meeting said accidents. And never been an accident. Never been an accident. Well, I can't say never, but
sure.
It's not even an issue. And now others, when Rushville passes it, and Cambridge City has it, no problem with it, and Brookville has it,
And you really don't see that many golf carts on it.
Well,
It's just an alternative
Gas
way to...
City has over 100 registered. He says you never see more than 3 on the road at a time, except on Tuesday night when they go to the park and watch a movie.
Right. Yeah.
So, and it's a cool thing to do.
Well, you mentioned that going to the park and the movie. We used to have that here. It sort of went away. Now that there's a little bit more excitement in the city, would that be a side project you'd be interested in about bringing back?
Well, we have a wonderful amphitheater here.
Sure we do.
There's no reason why we can't put things there and start doing things again. Like I said, in Gas City, at Tuesday evenings, people drive the golf carts to the amphitheater, it's up high, so they just line their carts around and watch a play or whatever it is, and then drive them home. It's not even an issue. And there's other issues out there too, just for community awareness. That's kind of where I'm headed for. Just give the perspective that we're actually growing, and we're not just a dull community. And so, it's cool. Yeah. So that's why I'm doing it again.
I feel your coolness. I'm about ready to put my shades back on. But,
yeah? Well, get yourself a golf cart and ride with me, brother.
I don't even know where they even sell them at. Do you just go get
them? Everton has a golf cart.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. And I talked to her the other day, and they're busier than they've ever been.
Yeah, and they run on electricity. So
that's exactly right. And they're here right now. They're here right now. They have a booth. So if you see this, go see them.
Yeah.
Who's your RV? There you go.
That sounds good.
All
Gary
right.
Weber.
Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure seeing
All right.
you. God
See
bless
you
you.
soon.
Thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much. Here with Jim Reese, Carl Sharp, holding up the sign, Thunder in the Park. It's back. I live over there just right stone's throw from the park, so I hear the thunder in the park every time it's here, and it's a great time for everyone.
Well, we've changed it up this year.
You've changed it up?
Yeah, we're not doing the tractor pull this year.
Not doing the tractor pull?
No, we're here to promote the barbecue festival.
Barbecue, well, see, I saw the barbecue, and that's what I naturally gravitated to.
Everybody likes food.
I love food.
If you cook it, they will come.
If you cook it, if you just, I just smell it, I will. I don't care about cooking. It could be a fake smell, I'll come to it. Why not the tractor pull this year, Jim?
Well, I think we have exhausted it.
Exhausted it.
14 years. Let's set
Has
out
it been that long?
Yeah, 14 years. Let's set out a year or so. Let's try something new. Let's bring in a different bunch of people into Connersville. We've got the Liberty, Everton, and Connersville Lions Clubs going together on this once again. Can't help but be a success with those organizations working together. And we've got a good chairperson here. Carl is our chairperson, and I don't think I'll say anything else. I think I'll just let Carl do the talking.
Carl,
you're doing fine.
He says you're doing fine. Carl, you are the chair this year. Again, the big attraction for the 14 years was the tractor pull, so you guys had to really scramble. What can we do to get people to come to the park during Labor Day weekend?
Well, this is a barbecue festival. It's not just a barbecue contest. There will be food available for the public to purchase. We will have other vendors, so whether it's somebody wanting to sell you window treatments or someone wanting to sell you a lawnmower, we will have other things going on at the same time. In addition, the car show continues both on Saturday morning and Sunday morning.
Great.
And we'll have world-class barbecue. Most of these people that are coming in here are competing literally around the nation for national points. A year and a half ago, we actually had the number one barbecue team in the nation in the big city of Dunlapsville, Indiana. So, yes, they will come to Connersville.
Yeah, well,
so we're looking for a nice turnout on those. If you want to come learn their secrets, they might tell you something. Odds are they won't tell you everything, but if you go around and talk to enough of them, you may learn.
Yeah, you just put it all together and come up with your own concoction.
There you
That's
go.
how you do it. So Thunder in the Park, it is Saturday and Sunday of Labor Day weekend. Antique classic cars, of course, that's always fun. A craft show, and of course, the barbecue.
Jim, barbecue, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Are you cooking, Mike?
No, I'm not cooking.
You're just going to be eating?
But I will be eating.
Yeah, we know Jim's going to be eating.
Absolutely.
Are you going to be cooking, Jim?
No.
Yeah, I think there's even going to be a cornhole tournament and some other activities going on as well. But the big thing is the barbecue.
I guess if I cooked, then we'd have plenty of props for the haunted house this fall.
I was getting ready to say that, Jim, every time I think of you, I think of that should be a world-class haunted house. That is an incredible haunted house at the Everton Volunteer Fire Station. I love what you guys do each and every year. And, definitely mark it on your calendar. Last weekend of September?
No, it'll be, the barbecue festival is September 3rd, 4th.
Which is Labor Day weekend.
The house will be Fridays and Saturdays the entire month of October.
Entire month of October. Get out there. It is, and it's a very, very inexpensive haunted house, but very, very good. Guys, I look forward to seeing you on Labor Day weekend. God bless you. I'll be.
Thank you.
Don't eat all the food for me, though, Mike.
Okay.
Jim Reese, Mike Sharp,
Carl Sharp.
Carl Sharp. Carl Sharp. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Here with Ryan Baker for City Council District 4. Thank God you have a shirt, so I can look over there and know what you're running for. On the Republican ticket, yeah, it's a cute card. On the Republican ticket, Ryan, is this your first foray into politics?
I've been on the Republican Central Committee for about 3 years, but other than that, this is really the first jump.
First jump, and you know, you got to start somewhere, and it's one of those things I did. I ran 4 years ago. I got beat in the primary, but it was a great experience for me. Obviously, your first time, is this what you've expected it to be, or?
Yeah, really. I mean, we're really not in full swing yet.
You start next week, probably, right?
Absolutely. I mean, as soon as the fair's over, you're going.
You didn't have anybody in the primary. Also, yeah. So you're like a kid in the candy. You're ready to go.
This is a new election for me.
Yeah. So you're ready to go. What's your anticipation like? I mean, obviously you're really excited to get going, and your family's got to be excited for you to do it too, or do they think you're crazy like some of the other guys?
Well, I have 6 children.
Oh wow!
So I think my wife just thinks I try to get out of the house. Wow, you're on another committee. You're running for what?
Yeah, great. You know, I tell you, it's one of those things. You know, when you make that decision, and I remember when I made my decision to run, it was kind of like, okay, what am I really getting myself into? And I went to seek out advice from Scott Bevington from Leonard. We went to church together at the time. Have you sought out any mentors, people that's been ahead of you?
Well, actually, Scott's been a friend of mine for a while too. So we've done some talking, and Sam has helped me out. Absolutely.
Yeah, Sam, I tell you, he can get anybody to run. I mean, he's so amped up about it and excited about it. You know, what are some of the things that you see that city that needs work on?
Well, I probably see things from a little bit different perspective than some do. I'm a business owner here in town.
Okay. What business do you own?
It's a Neatly Trimmed Landscape. It's a landscape and lawn care, and then we actually have a gift shop, a retail gift shop in downtown. So, you know, we've got a couple different things that we have to deal with, and you know, downtown is something that's real important to me. For some selfish reasons, we have a business downtown.
Right.
Number 2, it's kind of sad to see things in downtown start to go downhill and businesses empty out and that sort of thing. Some of those old buildings could use a little rejuvenation and drive some folks downtown.
So your perspective is from a business owner, and obviously in order for you to thrive with your business, you need more businesses in to support your business, because that's how it is. The other jobs of people will be having jobs, buying houses, having yards.
Absolutely.
So obviously they'll need somebody to landscape the yard, possibly. Other businesses will need that as well. So the big theme here, pretty much across the country, is jobs.
Jobs. Yeah, I mean, whether we get large jobs, small businesses
or a lot
in town.
Of small jobs.
Absolutely. Well, I'll take a lot of small businesses.
Absolutely.
Bring them all to town. But it just really helps us all.
As a small business owner, you know, we hear a lot of bailouts for the big corporations. Small businesses don't get that much.
Absolutely.
You know, so you're pretty much on the bottom of the barrel.
We're not too big to fail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We're able to fail if we don't do the right kind of
right. And you take that perspective into your seat if you get elected on city council. The budget's a big thing. We talked to Leonard earlier today about the budget. The debt crisis, we've heard all about it over the past couple weeks. You know, will they come to a deal, will they not? But you've been in a debt crisis for a long time.
we have to live within our means.
Yeah.
I mean, my company and me personally.
It's very simple, right? I mean,
absolutely.
You have to live within the means,
we only have a certain amount of money, and that's what we have to live within.
Right.
And the city should be the same, the state should be the same, and the federal government should be the same.
I absolutely agree with that 100%. Ryan, always great talking to you.
You too.
Good luck with you. November, District 4, Ryan, here's the cue card.
There you go.
Ryan Bacon for City Council, District 4. Get out and vote for this man.
Thank you very much.
Ticket. God bless you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Here with John Blummel from the Bicentennial Committee 2013.
Right.
Just really around the corner.
Right. Less than 2 years now.
Less than 2 years for the 200th anniversary. Again, Brookville had theirs in 2008, which was pretty successful. Obviously, being Connersville and being kind of competitive, we want to take it up a notch.
Several notches, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the things? I mean, I see this gift basket, it looks like here.
This is one of 38 gift baskets that we're raffling chances on.
Oh, wow.
Over here, just south of the pavilion. These were donated to the committee. It's a fundraiser donated to the committee by local businesses and organizations. This one's from Union Savings. I like this one because it's got $200 cash in it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the tickets are $1 each, or 6 for 5.
I just gave my son $5. Maybe he'll go put it
head
down
over,
on that.
check, send him
he
over
probably
there.
won't spend it on that, on junk food.
But also want to say that we're also adding families to the family history book that's being published. You can sign up for that. You get 500 words free.
Oh, great.
Get your family immortalized in the family history book. You can sign up over here at the Sparks exhibit just inside of the 14 acres compound there. So,
if somebody's watching this after the fair, is there a website that they can go to?
The website is Connorsville200years.com.
Connorsville200years.com.
Right, and we have meetings every other week with the committee, and we'd like to invite anybody, any church, organization, or any individuals to attend and get involved with the Bicentennial Group, because we're going to need a lot of help to do a first-class job. And the next meeting is at the Miller Center, 6 o'clock on August the 11th.
So do you meet always at 6 o'clock? Is it always at the Miller Building?
Right, it's always at the Miller Building. It's every other Thursday, 6 o'clock, and the next one is the 11th.
All right, well, hopefully we'll get a lot of people going on. I can't wait to be sitting in this chair 2 years from now. When is exactly the Bicentennial?
The dates are June 28th to July 7th.
Wow, so 2 years from now, we'll already be talking about the success of 200 years and planning for the next 200 years.
Well, how often does the community get a 200th birthday?
That's right, and
we want to do it right.
You got to do it right. John, God bless you, and good luck, and I look forward to seeing the success of the Bicentennial in June of 2013.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Got it. All right. I hear a motorcycle coming in. All right. Perfect. You should have done a wheelie. Can we do a wheelie? No, I'm just kidding.
Too old for that.
Oh, that's okay. Let's get this mic on you here real quick. I don't get to be that. I don't mean to be this personal on first meeting you. How are you, Ronnie Wiley? What's your name, sir?
My name's Greg Halcom. Everybody at church calls me Biggin.
Biggin?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I'm getting that way. Biggin, I'm quit smoking, got Biggin. I imagine that. So, Biggin, you obviously, I would guess to say I could be wrong, but you go to Cross Point Biker Church.
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay, and now just to clarify, you don't have to ride a bike to go to Cross Point Biker Church, but
No.
it's always fun. Johnny MacGyver, my buddy, goes there, and he rides his hog in there, as they say.
Yeah.
So you been riding for how long?
Well, I rode for years and years. I probably put in about 20 years of my younger days, and I quit riding because of some health issues I had, but I started riding again about 4 years ago.
Okay. It never gets out of your blood, from what I hear.
No. And I thought I'd better start riding again before I got too out of shape to ride.
Well, I tell you what, Biggin, I'm a chicken. I'd ride a scooter and be afraid. I'd be afraid I'd fall down. Although it'd be nice to take it right. This thing is incredibly sharp. I mean, you obviously have to clean this every day.
Yeah, the more chrome you put on, the more you got to clean.
Yeah. So how long have you been going out to Cross Point? Cross Point's been just a little over a year now.
Well, actually, they started a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago in December of 2009.
Was it December? Okay, that's great.
And I started there in June. My first day, as a matter of fact, at Cross Point, I was supposed to go to the church there because I heard about the church. Mm-hmm. I live in Liberty, Indiana.
You live in Liberty, okay.
And I was involved in a really bad wreck the day I blew church off to go riding.
Oh, wow.
And
See, that's what you get.
about killed my wife and myself.
Wow. And so you guys...
And that really straightened me up.
Sure.
And to get back in line and go back to God. And if it wasn't for Chris Lovett, and this is our pastor over here off camera, and I never felt comfortable in the conventional church looking like I do.
Sure.
And it was the first time I ever heard of a
biker church.
A biker church.
Yeah, there's a lot around the area. I think there's one in Muncie, if I understand it right, but we've never had one here locally. And you know, you're right. It doesn't matter where you're born, where you come from. It matters where you're at now, and you're with Jesus. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, I came to Jesus that night real quick. I thought my wife was dead, and
oh wow.
And I made the old, you know how you get whenever you think you're dying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Made that deal with God.
I've made that deal many a time, but because it was my wife.
Yeah.
That's what really got me.
Yeah.
And we've been there every Sunday since. Except for last Sunday, she has pneumonia right now, but
oh, wow.
She's getting a little better.
And what's her name?
Lynn Halcom.
Well, Lynn, how are you? Hope you get feeling better.
And but the church is growing by leaps and bounds.
Absolutely.
And over half the people that come to our church don't ride.
Right.
And it started out as a biker church, but it's turned into something totally different.
a very dear friend of mine, Holly Dunn.
Oh yeah.
You know, she doesn't ride. At least I don't think so. Maybe she does now. I don't know.
She's been on the back of a bike.
She's been on the back of one,
yeah.
right? But I'm sure she doesn't ride. Love Holly, absolutely
oh,
great.
She does a great job with our Friday Night Fuel kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've spoken at Fuel back in December.
Oh my gosh! I tell you what, she is the sweetest person that ever was.
Holly is wonderful. Shout out to some of the Fuel kids. Jay Underwood, love him.
Yep.
He's one of my boys. You know, again, it doesn't matter what you look like as long as you get to where you're at.
That's the main thing about our church. We don't care what you've done, where you've been, or what you look like. When you walk in the door, if somebody doesn't grab your hand and shake it or give you a hug when you first walk in, something's wrong.
Right.
And a lot of times when you walk into a conventional church, nothing against conventional churches, but when I walk in, people tend to shun away, hide their kids. I said, that's all right, I've ate my quota for the week, you know, but we have a lot of very nice people there, a variety of people from old to young, to rich to poor, and it's just a really, really great place to come and worship. And,
yeah, Chris is standing over here. Chris, come on over here, stand by the bike. Chris Lovett, the pastor of Cross Point Biker Church, Life is Short, Pray Hard. I love that. It's one of my favorite stickers. Chris, you're obviously a biker too. You've been biking pretty much your whole life, I assume. What called you to get this church going? Because if I understand it right, you guys met in a basement.
Yeah, we started
and Debbie Goins would bring donuts, correct?
Yep. We still do the donut thing. We actually started a Thursday night bike night at Kunkel's. And,
oh, great.
Couldn't get a lot of the bikers to come to conventional church.
Right.
So we started in our basement with 10 people. And last Sunday we had 180.
That's incredible.
And, it's been awesome. God's really blessing. It's been a good ride.
Give us a brief rundown of your ride to God. How you got started riding with Jesus.
Well, back in '99, I got away from God, become a good alcoholic.
Oh.
And you know, He got a hold of me in 2003, I think, and He took it away from me.
Good.
Me and my wife started riding. I didn't know a single rider in Connersville when we started bike night at Kunkel's, but it's taken about 3 years for the Kunkel's deal to really, I think we had 50 bikes last Thursday night at Kunkel's.
Let me ask you a question. When you, both of you, when you guys first got saved, did you feel like you didn't have to ride anymore? Were you like, okay, I got to throw that down, or were you drawn to it more?
I think it gave me. I think it gave me focus. You know, it gave me a passion to love the bikers. You know, you can have fun and still serve the Lord at the same time.
Yeah, and that's people think that's a myth. Oh, you're a Christian, you should sit here like this the whole time. But it's fun. Life is even better now than ever.
You don't have to clean up to come to church.
That's right.
That's right. I tell them all about just about every Sunday. You know, it says in the Bible for us to be fishers of men. Doesn't say anything about the preacher cleaning them.
That's right.
That's God's job.
That's right.
That's a section of people that get left out a lot because a lot of conventional churches are afraid to approach a biker.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, God bless you guys for what you do. You know, I think it's incredible, and you got some great people. You know, Michelle Kelly, Holly. I mean, I could go listen. You know, my buddy Gary goes down there, Gary Hudson, which is his birthday is actually today.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have a big support of the Emmaus community.
Yeah.
So you know, we'll talk off camera about that. But God bless you guys very much. Keep up the work. Chris Levitt and Bigham, right?
Yep.
I don't know why we call him that, but from Crossroad Biker Church.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Here with David Bates, running for City Council, District 2. David, we've been talking to a lot of the politicians today, and one of the themes that's been common ground is excitement. Give me a brief background of what your political history, and how excited are you about what's happening with this city?
Well, this is my first time running as a city official. I have a little bit of experience with the JCs. I was in JCs for a number of years, Community Action Vice President. Been very active in that. I just decided that I needed to get involved. A lot of people like to gripe about our town, but you can't gripe unless you get involved.
Exactly. I mean,
that's where I'm at.
If you want something fixed, you got to
work on it.
Turn the screws and get it going. Is there any particular pressing issue that kind of concerns you about the city right now that you want to help?
My big thing that I feel strongly about is our town has such a negative attitude, and everybody is always condemning everything, like the carbon motors thing. We've got to give people a chance, and things aren't going to change overnight. And I just wish people would believe in our community much more and give them a chance.
I agree with that. I think for the most part, carbon has potential to still happen. And if it doesn't, we're working on other avenues.
Exactly.
It's not like we're putting all one eggs in a basket. Again, the common theme of other than excitement is jobs. We got to get jobs in here. What have you done other than JC's? Where's your work of employment at?
I work for a company out of Terre Haute, and I run a location in Richmond, Indiana.
Okay.
My background is I've lived here all my life. My folks and I used to have a fuel business here in town. And so we sold that in '89 because of my folks' health. And I went out working for a couple of big oil companies, and I came back to town basically to work because of my folks' health. And so, I'm losing my thought here.
Oh, that's okay. I do that all the time. That's no worries. You know, and again, that's the thing about politics is that there's so many things happening all at once. Prioritize is the key thing to do. This is your first election.
Right.
Have you sought out any advice from? I mean, I'm sure Tim Rose has provided a lot of great advice to you. But is there anybody that's Harold or anybody else on the Democratic ticket that you kind of seek? Hey, help me out. I'm kind of new at all this.
I've talked to most everybody on the ticket: Dave, Job, Harold, Tim, Connie, Rish, Tom Creech. We've all just kind of talked about things. I've asked a lot of people out in the community too, what they would like to do. One of the things I think I would personally like to see is council people voting the way their constituents want. I think a lot of times they don't do that. They vote the way they feel like they want to vote, whether their council people, their constituents want them to do that or not.
And what is the one thing that you see? One of the things that I kind of proposed when I was running for city council, again, this is 4 years ago, was that I would have some district meetings. Is that something that you would be interested in doing with maybe your constituents, to have some meetings? And you probably won't get everybody up, but maybe the few that will may give you some good
that
advice.
if the people in the district wanted to meet, that would be something. My home phone number and my cell phone number and my email address would be ready and available to anybody. If they have a suggestion or complaint, whatever.
Now, is this something that you thought about for years, or is it just was something you thought about this year to get into it?
Well,
and did your wife think you were nuts too? Because that seems to be the
my
consensus.
wife and daughter both thought that I was kidding when I decided to
really?
do this. But Dave Job came to me and said that there was a situation open, and that I'd always kind of quizzed him about things, what's going on in the city and everything, and he said this was an opportunity to get involved and see how things went. My father had done this years ago. He'd been a council person and also a city judge.
Okay, so you have that experience of watching from the sidelines with him.
Yes, a little bit.
He has gone through. Yeah, and so obviously you didn't have a opponent in the primary, did you?
No, I was
So
unopposed.
this is you're getting. I mean, after the fair, it's boom. It's hit the
off to
ground
the
running.
races.
Yeah, you're off to the races and ready to go. So is there? I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's going to be a long couple months.
Yes, it's going to be a long time. I plan on going out and hitting every door, knocking on each door, talking to the people, and telling them asking questions of what they want done. And that's kind of where I'm at.
If you see this man at your door, open it up, talk to him for a few minutes. David Bates, City Council, District 2, on the Democrat ticket. God bless you.
Thank you.
Get
Appreciate
out
it.
November. David Job, you guys keep switching. Gary was going to be a number 2 at large. You are at 2, or where are you at city council
Well,
wise?
I've been at 3 and staying at 3.
Oh, so you're staying at 3.
Yeah,
Okay, so I
yeah.
was wondering where you're at. City council, and you're running unopposed.
Yes, I am.
So you're going to be sitting from the sidelines and watching the people battle it out.
Well, I hope to help those people that need help to campaign this time.
Yeah. You so you know, this is the time of the year, the fair, which traditionally they get going. So again, you'll be helping a lot of people out. One of the things when we hear David Joe, we automatically Carbon Motors. And you are one of the employees of there, and so I'm sure you hear a lot of questions about Carbon Motors.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things happening right now. There's, I really think we're in line and we'll be getting the money soon. I do believe. I really feel that that's going to happen soon.
I am the most positive person that I know. Sometimes my kids are like, you're too positive, and I believe so too. I believe there's excitement in the air, and even though you are running unopposed and you're helping people out, can you get a sense of the excitement that's going on? I mean, there is an excitement in the air. We got the Chinese coming in, a possibility there, the possibility of Carbon Motors happening anytime soon. When that happens, the floodgate's going to open up wide.
There's going to be too many jobs for a little while. I think
I would love that problem.
Yes, and I'm hoping that. I was one of the ones that got to go to China.
Right.
So I was very enthusiastic coming home. What I saw, what can happen here in Connersville.
One of the things that excited me from the reports that are coming out from the Chinese deal is that we were the only ones that had sent a delegation over to China, and that they really, really appreciate the personal one-on-one relationship. Did you get that feeling when you were over there?
Very much so. It was like we'd been there several times because they treated us like we were family. I'd never been, let alone out of the county, and being treated like that out of the country.
On the other side.
Yeah, 8,000 miles away and be treated the way we were treated. It was very, very nice.
And how was it when they came here? I know it was a smaller delegation than what you anticipated, but nonetheless, they were here. And how did you still get that same same excitement from them, the same relationship when they came here?
Yeah, when we ate, we had a very good meal, and we got to do a lot of talking. The next day, we took them through the building, and they were tickled to death with what they saw there.
Okay.
And what that would be the south end of the building.
Okay.
And they thought that was just what they needed.
Oh, perfect. So I mean, there's a lot of excitement that is happening in this town, and again, the floodgates are going, and people need to hold on tight. Again, one of the things that you're helping out David. It's his first time.
Right.
There's other candidates that's their first time, and do they look at you as like the elder statesmen? You've been there before, and what kind of advice do you give them? What is your number one advice that you give them?
Just be yourself, and just be what you can be. You don't be more than. Don't tell any stories. Just do what you can do, and go from there. They want to help the community. When we had the large trash this spring, David was right there to help us along with other candidates, and that's what you got to do. That's what we're all about, is trying to help the community. We've got so many different things that need to be done, so it's good to see some new people wanting to help.
That's one of the things we mentioned earlier. I was talking, I forget which candidate I was talking to, but again, I think with local government, we're more affected by the decisions that you're affected just as much as anybody else because you live here. You get to see everyone. And so how many terms have you been on?
This is my first one.
So this is your first one, so this will be your second one.
Term.
The first term, was it anything like you expected? Give me some highs and lows.
Well, the lows were the slowness of getting things through the government, through the state, federal government. Things are so slow. The positives was just with the carbon and different things that way, and trying to keep the businesses we do have. That's been fun to do that too.
Yeah. Do you find it harder to help the small businesses as opposed to the bigger corporations, or?
I think they're all about the same. Yeah, about the same. They all require and need and deserve all the attention that we can give them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because one job lost is one job too many.
A job's a job. I don't care where it's at.
Yeah, I agree 100%. David Job running unopposed this year, so you're going to sit back, help people, and, and kind of be an unofficial advisor to everyone. Right. God bless you.
You too.
God bless you. We'll see you around. Thank you, David Job.
Bye-bye.
Here with Natalie Holder and Teresa Maines, and you guys are with?
The House of Ruth.
House of Ruth, the domestic violence house?
Well, they're actually two separate entities.
Yeah. Oh, explain that.
She can explain the House of Ruth, and
The
I'll
House of
explain.
Ruth is a faith-based home for women that struggle with drug and alcohol or other addictions in their life.
Oh, great.
It's a 12 to 18-month residential program here in Connersville.
Great.
It's new. We are a 501c3. We're nonprofit. We've taken women that have just really struggled with life, and we try to bring them up in the Word, and we're just excited to see women set free and delivered.
I think that's awesome. You taking women, are they referred to you by any mental health facility, or do they walk in on the streets?
Some of them are from the court system. Some of them just word of mouth here in town.
Okay.
I'm actually, Sharon Cranfield's the director.
Right.
And I'm her assistant.
Okay.
She's also the director over the New Life.
New Hope Life Center.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is it a sliding pay scale, or is it based on donations?
Well, it is based on donations, but it is on a sliding scale fee for each resident, each lady. At full capacity, we'll have 8.
Okay, great. Okay. And speaking of donations, you have a thing going on here to raise money, right?
We're doing a Kiss a Pig contest.
Okay.
So,
Kiss the pig.
Yep. We're just taking donations, and whoever has the least amount of money. So, like, if you want to see somebody kiss a pig, you would put money in everyone else's jar.
And you got Leonard on here, so
yeah.
so Leonard said he liked pigs, the pork chops, so he's going to really like one.
Sure is.
I had a camel kiss me earlier, but yeah, it was blowing in my ear. So where are you located here at the fair?
We actually have 2 booths up front.
Okay.
They're brown. We have 2 big signs. So you'll be able
Across
to
from
find
the
us quite
Democratic
easily.
headquarters.
Okay, CrossFit. Now, how long is this going to go on? I mean, obviously they could donate all the time. Where can someone donate to the cause?
Well, we have here in town. We have a phone number. You can contact us, get information here at our booth.
Okay. Get information at the booth. Do you get the phone number out now? I mean, we can.
The phone number to the House of Ruth is 825-3333.
825-3333. That's great. And Teresa, you're a part of
the domestic violence shelter here in Connersville.
Okay.
We've come under the umbrella with the House of Ruth. It was Crossroads Shelter, and now it's the New Hope Life Center. Because although we're still offering emergency shelter, we're going to offer classes and education and go out and do public speaking and just kind of bring awareness to the community and let them know that there are people out there to help and there's resources. And it's going to be a really neat adventure, I think.
Now you developed domestic violence shelter. Obviously, it's you don't mention where you're at. It's a private place. How does someone get in touch with you?
Well, usually the first point of contact is with the police department because there's probably been a domestic call and someone's in immediate need. Or they can call CASA, Victims Assistance, at the courthouse, and those numbers are in the book. We also have some pamphlets that they can come up to the booth and get. But yeah, we're hoping there'll be short-term shelter and then eventually long-term shelter.
Right. And so so you guys under the same umbrella, do you have some of the same people? Do you have
as far as volunteers?
Yeah. Do you have volunteers? Do you have
Yeah.
And how does somebody volunteer their time there? Do they
contact us?
Contact the number 825-3333.
Right.
And so, obviously, talking about domestic violence, talking about drug abuse is a very sad thing to talk about. Somebody's hit rock bottom, and sometimes they stay there.
Right.
And obviously, I'm with you. I think the only way to really get them back is through Jesus. And that's the only way to get somebody back on track. So with that, you guys obviously aren't affiliated with the state. You said you get a lot of referrals through the court system, but you guys don't have any state funding, if I understand. Is that correct?
I don't think so at this point. Like I said, we have just now taken the shelter and turned it into the New Hope Life Center from Crossroads, so we're still kind of establishing that foundation.
Okay.
But like you said, we believe very strongly that the only way someone can really truly heal is through Christ.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And we want to make a difference in generations, not just for the immediate person that's a victim right now, but for their children and grandchildren, and get that cycle, stopped.
Well, as you're aware of, as you're both aware of, reaching out to that population, it's generational. There's a lot of
absolutely
generational curse.
Yeah.
We want to give them a hand up and not a handout.
Right. Absolutely. Well, girls, I think you're doing a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
And again, the phone number is 825-3333. That would be the first step
Yes.
for people to get in contact with you if you need help. don't be ashamed to reach out. 825-3333. If you're a victim of domestic violence, there are people out there to help you. Teresa's here to help you, and so is Natalie.
Don't let the shame and the guilt of it stop you from help. It crosses every socioeconomic boundary. So people that are going to help you are quite aware of all of that. And if service clubs or churches want us to come and speak, we'd be more than happy to come. We're going to try to put some conferences together, and we're going to make a difference in Connersville.
Going back really quickly, the volunteers, you talked about people are there to help, they can understand. You have a lot of volunteers that have maybe gone through your program that may have beat the battle of addiction, who have got out of an abusive relationship. Do you have those type of volunteers as well? People that can really say, I've been where you've been.
We still need some of core people that understand it completely. We have a lot of great people that can help and do help that maybe haven't been victims. But there's nothing like someone who's walked the walk, be able to help. You know.
So if you've beaten addiction, this is a great way for you to get back. And that is to give these ladies a call at 825-3333. God bless you, ladies. I think you're doing a wonderful thing.
Thank you. God
Natalie,
bless you.
thank you. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are we done?
Here with Vonda Bishop. As Sam Harvey said, 2 bishops in one night. Boy, I tell you what, ratings are going to go through the roof. Vonda, you're here to promote Ride for a Child.
Ride for a Child. This is our 3rd annual Ride for a Child.
Show it up to everybody.
We have a flyer we send down to the television station. This is our 3rd event. It is next Saturday, August the 13th.
Oh, great.
And they will be meeting at the Park Road Christian Center on Park Road at 10 a.m. until 11, and they'll be leaving the parking lot at 11 o'clock.
So like a poker run as well?
It's a $20 donation per bike, whether there's 2 people on the bike or 1 person on the bike. It's a $20 donation. And all of that money will go into our outreach fund for our back-to-school children.
Okay, great.
We're going to supply 160 backpacks this year to the children in our area, and they will be full of the supplies, everything they need to start school.
That's awesome. I tell you, you've been doing this for how many years now?
This is our 3rd year. It is our, let's see, 2011. This is our 8th annual youth conference that we have every year in August. This is our 8th one, but it's our 3rd motorcycle ride that we've had. And last year we had 37 bikers show up, and we raised about $800 towards our children. And then if we get over and above what we need, that money will go into our fund for our children's Christmas. And every year we have children's.
You got that coming up too, yeah.
We do that every year. Last year we were blessed to give 235 children Christmas.
That's awesome.
All in Fayette County. It stays in Fayette County. We give 235 children their Christmas. They got new shoes, an outfit, and they also received a toy.
That's awesome. That's all. You know, you've been doing this for a long time. I know your sister very well. I love her.
Yeah.
I love Diane. She's my landlady, and she's a shout out to Diane. I love her. And so you've been actually Vonda Bishop Ministries has been for how many years now?
We started our ministry in 2001, and we travel across the United States hosting conferences and hosting youth conferences, and I speak at a lot of women's conferences. So the Lord has really blessed us to prosper.
Give me a background about your ministry and how'd you get started, because I mean, obviously it's from the Lord. I mean, you know, and was it something that you thought, oh, okay, great, I hear the call, or was it one of those things, are you sure you want to use me?
Well, I think you always say that.
Oh, of course,
when
just
you have
like Moses,
the call. You always say that. Are you sure you want to use me? But I accepted the Lord in my life when I was a child, and I knew I always had the call of God on my life, and then I got away from the Lord for many years. And then I got saved again. We do, and it's wrong, but in 1989, I accepted the Lord back into my heart. And back in 1992, my mom went home to be with the Lord.
Oh, okay.
And I had a dream of her, and she was commissioning me to minister the gospel. And so from then, I stepped into the ministry and been doing it ever since.
Yeah, well,
and I love it. I think you have to love God to love His work and to do His work. And I love working with people, and I love children. And we have a great outreach for children. And like I said, this motorcycle run that we're having, we want everybody to be involved in it, whether you're a Christian or non-Christian. We want you to come and be a part. It will change your heart. And it's for the children in our area, you know. And so if we can get 100 bikers this year to show up in that parking lot,
oh, that'd be awesome.
It would be. We have riders coming from the state of Ohio, from Pastor Darlene Bishop's church, her son Lawrence Bishop Jr. He is bringing a group of riders over.
That's great.
From their church, and also the Vandalia Christian Center in Vandalia. They are bringing Pastor Todd. He's going to be ministering on Friday night because we also have 2 services that weekend.
Oh, great.
Friday night service at 7, Saturday night service at 7. And he's going to be ministering on Friday night. And I want to mention Blanche and Brian Gallimore. They are over the bike ride.
Okay.
And their phone number is 265-2455.
265-2455.
2544. I'm sorry.
2544.
And you can contact them, and they can give you any information you need about the bike ride. They've been our hosts since we started it. They basically take care of the ride for me, go around, put up flyers and things, so that lifts a load off of our ministry, you know. So there are volunteers to do that, and they've been great to be able to host that for us every year and be a big part of this ministry. So I appreciate that. Well, all the helpers you can get, it's great.
Absolutely, you know,
yeah.
you can't have too many helpers. Vonda, God bless you.
Thank you so
Continue doing
much.
the work, and you know what? You didn't need to wear the shades like Mike did.
No, I didn't.
You got that natural coolness.
Thank
God
you
bless
so
you.
much.
Vonda Bishop and Vonda
Saturday
Bishop
at 10 o'clock.
Be there.
Thank you.
Here with Sam Harvey, the Republican chairman for Fayette County. Sam, it's the time of the year.
It certainly is.
The time of the year where it's time to, you know, boom, you're going.
Fair time's always time when we
That's right.
kind of kick off our campaigns, and I think we got a good slate of candidates led by Mayor Urban, who's done a great job for the city of Connersville. Want to get him back in office to continue the good things and keep Connersville on track. Of course, we got Julie Greason that does such a good job as our clerk treasurer, and council candidates. You know, the mayor needs those strong council candidates to help him do the city's business and do the things that need to be done to keep this city moving. And I think this city is moving forward in a positive direction.
You know, and I tell you, that's the one thing we were talking about, from Leonard to Harold to all the candidates. There's a sense of excitement that's happening, and of course, there's always, in my opinion, there's always excitement for an election because of the potential of change, the new ideas getting in there. But this one I think is a little special because there is that, we see the bubble. The bubble
we're right there.
Yeah, right there, right. And so this is a good time for you to be the Republican chairman. I mean, I'm sure you have people coming to you saying, Sam, I want to run, I want to do this, what can I do?
And we do, and we have, I want to get people involved, and I want to get people involved in the party. So, you know, they can call me at home, 827-0230. If they want to get involved in the party, if they want to help any of these candidates campaign, we meet the 4th Thursday of every month at Republican headquarters at 7 o'clock. Be glad to have anybody that wants to get involved to come and get involved in local government. And you know, I like government closest to the people at the local level.
Absolutely.
Because it's our friends and neighbors.
Right, exactly. Not only that, I mean, we can talk to, we can see Leonard. We have access to the candidates.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of new candidates on the Republican ticket this year. You know, of course, they bring a lot of youth and excitement. Some bring, you know, Gerald, this is his first time running for elected office. What's your first advice that you give the new candidates?
Well, it's not to promise things that you cannot deliver on. And I tell them, don't promise jobs, because I don't think government creates jobs. I think government can make the environment friendly for work and friendly for jobs by you know, offering maybe some incentives, but by offering good quality of life, low taxes, those kinds of things, possibly make businesses want to locate here. But the only way government can create jobs is by taxing more and making them government employees. So I don't think that's what we need. What we need is to make the environment friendly for business.
You know, that's an interesting viewpoint on that when you talk about that, Sam, about government doesn't make the jobs, they just create the environment for them. What are some of the things that you think is a good environment for a job to come into Connersville?
Well, I think one is for a business to locate here is quality of life. If somebody's going to move in from out of town, they want to move their family here, what kind of quality of life do we have? And right here where we are in Roberts Park is a perfect place. The aquatic center right across from us. You know, our schools, I think, is a very important other aspect of quality of life. And we have a good school system here with good facilities. Low taxes, and we do have low taxes here in Fayette County, both for businesses and for homeowners. So those kinds of things, I think, make it very attractive. The other thing is that I've always told people, and I used to travel all over the United States, I love living right here in the Whitewater Valley. We're an hour away from three major metropolitan areas, but we don't put up with the crime and the traffic every day like you may have to in another city.
Yeah, the commute is just across town.
That's right.
It's really not that far. Sam, you know, again, you've been around politics for a lot of years. You've been the Republican chairman for how many years now?
This is my 3rd year.
Your 3rd year now. So this is your first city election.
Yes.
You've dealt with the county last year and then some of the other elections. But so this is your first big city election. Is it going the way you expected it?
I think it is. I think it is. We have a good slate of candidates, and you know they're out meeting the people. And the other thing I want to say that on the other side that everybody gets along, and because we all have to live in this community, and you know I have friends on the other side too.
Absolutely.
I want to get my people elected just as Tim Rose wants to get his elected.
Absolutely. You know, and I remember last year when you two were here talking, it was very cordial, very very friendly, and I think that's what's missing at the federal level is that you know, hey, listen, we all have to live in the same city, have to live in the same country. We all have one goal, and that's to make a betterment of this city. But you're offering a different
how you get
perspective.
there.
Right.
Just how you get there.
Absolutely. Sam Harvey, it's always a pleasure, as
too,
always,
Ronnie.
talking to you.
Yeah.
God bless you, Sam.
God bless
Sam
you.
Harvey, the Republican County Chairman here in this great city of Connersville, Fayette County, the whole county.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ronnie.
You're welcome. Here with Mike Sparks, you're the chairman of the Bicentennial Committee. We talked to John Bummel a little earlier, had that beautiful gift basket that you guys are giving away in order to raise some money for the Bicentennial, which people talk about 2013. That's a couple years away, but it's still too close for you guys.
In terms of planning, it's none too far away. And we are still looking for all the volunteers that we can get. This is something where we want to have something for everybody every day of the celebration. And it truly does take a lot of planning to carry on the kind of high quality event that we want to put on.
Now you're talking about an event that's going to encompass 10 days over an entire city. Is the events going to be in one central location, or is it going to be in different locations throughout the city?
Depending on the day, they will be scattered over most of the city. July 4th, for instance, which is one of our targeted days, obviously that day will be centered around Roberts Park here. But other events through the whole celebration will be scattered from the north end to the south end of town.
Encompassing the whole town.
And part of that is on purpose. We purposely want to draw interest back to our downtown. We're hoping the Bicentennial will have several positive effects that outlive just that celebration time. And quite frankly, we're hoping that it will bring about some renewed feeling of growth in our city again.
Yeah, you know, and again, talking to the candidates, a lot of things happening here in this city as far as potential of jobs, Carbon Motors, the Chinese. We're talking, you know, possibly 11,000 jobs in this area by 2013. That has got to be exciting for your staff.
It certainly is, and as that growth occurs, it will just add to the growth of our celebration. We'll have that much more to celebrate.
Absolutely.
The Bicentennial is a celebration that obviously does look back over 200 years, but we will also be focusing on the present and even the future.
The next 200 years.
That's where all of the jobs and everything comes into play.
Is there one particular big event that you guys are centering this whole thing around? Or is it just all the events combined make up this one big, the event itself is one big event?
Well, we have a central theme for each day of the event, and anybody that goes on our website, www.connersville200years.com, can view those. But really, our theme, or our whole event, is centered around the idea that we literally want to have things for the young, things for middle-aged, everybody. We want to have things that will be interesting to everybody every day. So yes, we have a central theme for each day, but there will be many events going on every day of the celebration.
So you're going to be you probably got to catch up on your sleep now, because you probably won't be getting that many sleep then, or that much sleep then.
Probably, but it's going to be so much fun. It's all going to be worth it. I'm old enough. I remember the big celebration during the Sesquicentennial of 1963. I was only 11. I still count that as one of the highlights of growing up in Connersville. It's my personal mission, shared by many of our other committee members. We want today's youth to have that kind of experience as well.
Yeah, and we need that. And one of the things that we were talking with some of the candidates, some of them had mentioned about we need to do something for the youth. Yes. We need to bring the youth back. If we have all these jobs, maybe the youth will go off to college, come back and work. That's it. We need some events like this to bring back excitement, to have the kids look forward to something they could say, I remember when.
Yeah. Community pride is one of the things that we're hoping will be an outgrowth of this. And we are beginning to have events even now. That's why we're having a presence up here at the fair this week. And we hope to build this enthusiasm clear through the summer of 2013. And hopefully it'll cause some young people to think, gee, Connersville has done so many things that I didn't even know about. Maybe this is where I want to think about trying to make a living, and that'll be part of the rebirth of our community, we hope.
Hopefully it will be a continuation of rebirth that's maybe starting now. Mike, God bless you. Good luck with planning, and I'm very excited about 2013. God bless you. Thank you. Mike Sparks from the Connersville Bicentennial Board. Connersville200.com, correct?
www.connersville200years.com.
200years.com. Check it out. Earlier we talked about lots of food here at the fair. Well, this year something new is here at the fair. It is deep fried Wicks pies. I got one right in my hand, going to eat it here in a minute. They're located right here behind us. They have sugar cream pie, peanut butter, and pecan, and you can add toppings for free, such as strawberry, chocolate, peach, and blueberry. They also have deep fried s'mores and frozen lemonade. I'm going to take a bite right here. This thing looks delicious. Leonard, does this look good? This looks delicious. I'm going to take a bite of this Wicks. I believe, John, this is a sugar cream pie. Is the cream? If I can cut it, this thing is. Well, let me move this out of the way. Maybe that might help me out here. Oh, John, this looks. I just gained 5 pounds looking at this pie. I'm telling you. Unbelievable. You're making me fat. This is great. Get a Wicks pie.